Hello friends, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. It's been a few days. I hope all of you have had a wonderful start to 2025. So far, I have not written the wrong date on anything, so I don't think I have, which is unusual for me, so I'm starting off on the right foot, I guess. I have a Recraft haul today. I went a couple of days ago. I had to take my car to the dealership, which is in the same town as the Recraft recycle place that I like to go to. And it's basically, if you haven't seen one of my hauls from there before, it's basically like a Goodwill for craft supplies only. But they also have things like vintage books and stuff like that. That's kind of hit or miss with the books, but they do have a ton of items there for creating, including fabric. It was a little bit low stocked, and I credit that only probably because the holidays and people weren't really focused on cleaning out their closets during Christmas. There was a lot of Christmas there that had been marked down, but I don't think I bought any of that just because I have already put away all my Christmas stuff and I didn't want to pull it back down to add to the boxes. So I did not buy any of that. But I did find quite a number of things. I always laugh when I go because I've probably been there 9 or 10 times now since they opened a year and a half ago, and I think it's physically impossible for me to spend any less than $30 and any more than $40. My total is always between those two numbers, and it's really funny. And that's about as much as a tote bag will hold. My tote bag was not as full as it normally is because one of the items that I got was a little bit higher priced, but I considered it worth the splurge. But yeah, let me show you what I found. I saw these on the way up to the register. I have bought candle rings there before, but I got some, I might have shown them on video, I'm not sure. I found some that were fall colored glass beaded candle rings, and they were beautiful, and I did use them during fall. I have 2 candle holders on my table that I thrifted for 70 cents like 8 or 9 years ago when we first moved in this house, and I was chalk painting everything, and so I chalk painted the candlesticks, and I love them. So when I find these, I love to buy them because they're just a really fun way to dress those up for the seasons. These could be fall, but they're mums or maybe zinnias, so I might use these in late summer, early fall, but I thought they were really pretty. There was no price on them, but what I like about this place is when you get to the register, if there's a price on it, they may give you that price, but if there's no price, they usually give you a really steep discount. So I'm betting I got these for 25 or 50 cents a piece. I never buy stencils here, but I found this one. This is a home decor show off, which I'd never heard of, but it looks to be like a Hobby Lobby price on it. And I thought it was really cute. They're like kind of like ditzy flowers with dots. I could use it for my daisy journal, but I like that it's a cute background for lots of things. In fact, I was like looking at it going, I could use this like to stencil on flower pots and things like that too. So I'll probably use this for household reasons as well as journals. Okay, this was my splurge item, and I think I'm going to put this, I'm going to share some of this. I might put a yard or half a yard segments, maybe some half yard segments in my shop. Let me take the wrapper off. This is vintage, it almost looks like curtain panel material. I'm not sure how, when I picked it up, I thought it was like the really short panels that you would use for, you know, like making a valance. But now that I see it, I'm like, oh, I think there's a lot. I'll have to open it up. It looks like maybe it's more sparse at the top, and the concentration of colors and butterflies are at the bottom. But I'll look at it carefully, try to get some good photos if I decide to add some to my shop. It is just so 70s. I love it. It's sheer. It is very much like a curtain material, probably a polyester, very loose weave. And then the print is almost stamped on. It's raised just a little bit. But I love it. It just looked so retro. In fact, when I got to the register, the girl checking me out and adding my stuff together sort of like stopped in her tracks and was like, oh my goodness, I saw this when it came in and I almost got it for myself. So yeah, very fun. I found this piece of fabric. It reminded me of a 90s Waverly. And I haven't made a super 90s floral journal cover yet, but I really want to. These are, I guess you'd call these cabbage roses. Let me move my ink pads out of the way. I don't want to put this fabric down on one of them. But yeah, I love the pinks, purples, and teals in this one. So it was very 90s. It almost feels like a vintage sheet material, like a percale cotton weave. I thought it would be really fun this spring to make a series of 90s, throwback to the 90s looking floral journals. Maybe jazz them up with some of that 90s lace that we all had in our bedrooms back then. I never buy tulle, but I bought a roll of tulle, and I know this is, you could probably get this at Hobby Lobby for the same price, but I have white tulle that's folded, that, you know, I found thrifted that was by the yard. But of course, if you want to use that for a shaker card, you're going to have to iron it. And I hate ironing things like that. So I decided, just for the cheap price that it was, to get a roll of this for making shaker pockets or shaker tags, I guess. All right, I got a grab bag of fabric. Let me open it. When I say grab bag, I mean, they have these, they're called bulk bags. They're about this big, you know, 2 hands worth. And you can fill it as much as you can for $2. And I kind of got to this point in the store near the end, and we were kind of on a time crunch because of the car dealership thing. So I didn't jam pack full as much as I normally do. But this was really cute. It's a blue and white, but then it has some red. And I don't think those are supposed to be kites. I think they're just diamonds, but the hearts were interesting. I had just never seen a pattern like this before. This is General Fabrics Company. There's no date. There was a lot of that, but I just got the biggest piece. I got this very 80s looking baby fabric with the little floral grassy tufts sticking up. I have some rosebud fabrics, but I didn't have any with a light pink background. It's kind of showing white on the camera, but it is definitely a pale calamine pink sort of background, and I love that. This is amazing, is it not? They're like salmon colored roses on black, which is so stunning. I love this. I would make a journal cover out of this if I had enough. And it was just one long piece, so probably from a quilt. I never have enough of this. This is not Swiss dot. This is just dotted calico, and I love the red and white. So whenever I see pieces of that, I grab it. My daughter actually found this. It reminds me of rainbow sherbet. Very cool, like a watercolor, peach yellow and light green. And it's not vintage, I don't think. But I don't see a name. This is not vintage, I don't think, but it is part of a shirt. You can see the buttons. The little, this is probably the gathered neckline right here, but oh my goodness, how cute is that? It's not retro, but it looks kind of retro. And I will be using this for sure in my summer journals. And last but not least, this little fall plaid print. There's not a whole lot here, not really enough to make a tag out of because everything's so far apart. So I'll probably use this for clusters, maybe cut this out and use this as an applique somehow. I thought maybe for the farm journal that I just recently bought for myself. You might have seen that flip through. That was the last video I posted. All right, that was the end of the bag. I got an applique panel. Okay, so if you have a jean jacket and you want to applique some roses, more of these 90s looking roses. I love this. This is a VIP screen print. Cranston. No date, but probably not that old. And, oh, you can do around the neckline too. I got this for junk journaling, of course, but I was like, also, how fun would this be to iron it onto interfacing and put it onto a pair of jeans? You know, put a flower on a pair of jeans, which I've been wanting to do with some of my older jeans that I love wearing, but they're starting to get a little worn and thin in some places. And then someone has already done the hard work for me. One of them is cut out and it has the interfacing already on it. So that was pretty fun. It feels like chintz, by the way. It has a sheen to it, and it's very 90s feeling. I love it. Here's another panel, and all I could see was that it had teddy bears on it, so I grabbed it. This is Daisy Kingdom 1998, and it looks like maybe it was for a curtain. I don't know. A pillow. It's got a dotted line. Oh, a bumper. It's for a bumper pad. How cute. It's got little bears in a garden. Look at the little carrots. And a bumblebee watering everything. There's a bunny down here, but mostly teddy bears. That is so cute. So fun. I thought this would be, it's perfect height for a journal cover. So yeah, that's really cute. That'd be cute for spring or a baby journal. All right, I got 2 pieces of jewelry. One of them is my daughter's, but I'll show it to you real quick. They have a bunch of jewelry. I think people just donate old jewelry because they know people can take them apart. This one was missing a flower. It has these little bead caps that had flowers attached to them, and one of them is missing. However, my daughter is crafty, and she is going to replace all of them, I think. Or maybe just the top one and do another one to match it. Let's see. It looks like it's missing a bead cap too. Because of where the clip is. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. So she could just take this one off and replace both of these and leave these 2. I don't know what she's planning on doing, but isn't it lovely? She loves this color pink, that rum pink color. And then I got this one to take apart for junk journals. It is like a, oh, so sorry. It is like a pimento cheese color, but it has iridescence to it. And it is on string. I checked. Sometimes, you know, you'll get them, you get home with them and they're like, you think they're just on string, but they're glued onto string and there's not a whole lot you can do with them. But these are flowing and loose on the string, so I can use them. This is one color bead that I have trouble finding, oranges and yellows, especially yellow. So whenever I see one at a good price, I pick it up, even if it's jewelry that's still together. Okay, I got a phonics game, group sounding game, probably from an old education store. CCM Standard School Inc. Originally $2 and then $3.25, and I got it for $3. I wonder what that says underneath. It's probably the same price. Do y'all ever do that? Do y'all ever peel back a label to see? Oh, they marked it up. You know what? No, this is not the same place. I bet this is the recycle store tag because it's shaped like that. I bet this was a like a Goodwill or a thrift store sticker. But I thought these were worth $3. 1945. I would have gotten them if they had been white, but they are yellow. I don't know what these are. These might be, they're punchable. They might be like bingo chips. It might be like a bingo game. listening for consonants. Teacher will tell only the initial consonant sound. So they're fairly big, so you could use these in a big journal, or you could cut them into, you could do a tag, and then a cluster strip. You could also use them as a cover for a mini booklet to go in a journal. Lots of things you could do, but it looks like it's never been used, and there are a lot of cards in here. I will probably put some of these in my shop as well because I will never use them all. That last name sounds familiar. He must have been some sort of educational. I'm thinking back to my college days when I took some elementary ed classes as electives. Okay, we have this piece, which was tied with this lovely ribbon, or not ribbon, but like a scrap strip. And it is, it's edged sort of with green, but it looks like what you would use for a bumper or a valance. I have seen people find trim that has these little puffy flowers on it. I've never been lucky enough to find that, but I was thinking, you know, how you could make a tag out of each one, or you could do a belly band of some sort, or you could wrap it entirely around the journal as like a center strip that just kind of wraps around over a pattern fabric. That'd be really pretty. Way more than I'll ever need again, so I might decide to cut this and share it as well. The prices are so good there most of the time that even if it's way more than I'll need, I'll go ahead and get it, and I'll either send some a Happy Meal or I'll list it in my shop. Okay, I got these. These are not open yet. I believe they're still sealed. No, they're not. These, I've always wanted to make a journal with honeycombs in the center of the signature. They're bells, so it'd have to be, you know, a journal that goes with that, unless it's eclectic, but I love them. Actually, now I'm looking at them going, maybe I'll just hang them in my craft space because they're so cute. It's a little bit messed up on this side, but how cute is that? I don't know how you would hang them. I guess you would just glue a string in there and let it come out the top. So cute though. But I don't know if y'all have seen where people will put this in the center of a signature. I think that's brilliant. And you hardly ever find them small like this. So it looks like we have 2 dark pinks and 1 light pink. Okay, there were 2 for $125. So I bet the light pink came from another box. I don't know how much these were. These were not priced. Probably 25 cents if I'm guessing, if she charged me at the register. All right, I got a few grab bags. I love grab bags. I think these are Project Life cards. Oops. All right. It was in the scrapbooking section, so I don't really know what Project Life cards are. I think y'all help me out. I never really did any kind of fancy planner. I always got a Moleskine, or I used to use Franklin Covey planners. But yeah, I think they're meant for planners, but maybe not. Maybe they're like a scrapbooking thing also. Maybe there was a crossover. But anyway, they're fun for junk journals too. So the only Project Life cards I have been given to me in Happy Mail. These are textured and embossed. They're very thick. The colors are very early 2000s to mid 2000s. This one looks a little more modern. Fab. That would be cute in a sewing journal. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. In fact, I'm gonna save that one in my sewing. I've got some more sewing supplies over to my right. Summer Bingo. I didn't look on the back of all these. Some of these, I wonder if these are not Project Life cards because some of these are one-sided, you know. And I think those are all two-sided, but I may be wrong. This has days of the week on it. Yeah, this just seems journal-y to me. They're cute. Really cute. And then here's some square ones. Okay, these are all double-sided. Routines. I can see people putting this in a baby book because it would, maybe only really little babies are awake this late, but yeah, interesting. Like a love story. Cute. All right, so we have some cards. I found this set of stationery, and I was unsure if they were vintage or not. You can always kind of tell if you flip it and you see that that brown foxing, and these are probably all still sealed shut. Yes, they are. So the envelopes will probably be not usable unless I use a heat gun. I don't really like doing that unless they're colored envelopes, then I think it's worth the trouble. But these are adorable. They're peach. It's Valentine's Day. Betsy Clark for Hallmark, 1976. So yes, definitely vintage. I hardly ever find vintage stationery this old at this store because a lot of times they'll know that it's vintage and they'll price it higher. But this one was the normal price that they charge for stationery sets. Adorable though. All right, I found another little grab bag of mini gift enclosure cards. Mini special 10 for $1. Okay, look at this little set of ballet bears at the bar. Is that not so adorable? Forget me not, American greetings. No date though, but it has a barcode. I'm guessing early 90s. That's very 90s looking. That looks like some sort of signage at the mall. And then we got this rainbow gradient here. These almost look like new old stock that came from a store. Who knows? Okay, I found these. These are originally from a very fancy gift shop, $9. These are bridge tallies, but these are the ones that you cross stitch. Do y'all remember these? I don't know who in the world has free time enough to cross stitch something that you would use once and then throw away. I would like to meet that person because I can't imagine having that much time. You could do your, someone did it though, look, or they plan to. And then they sketched out the letter. Evidently their last name was K. So, what is this? Is this the same thing? She must have bought 2 boxes of them. And so they have this little window. And then you have this little perforated, I think they're paper. It's not Aida cloth. And you would put it in here and I guess fold this in because it's it has a fold line. Yeah, you would probably put it here and fold it like this. Of course, if I made these, I would request that everyone keep them as a souvenir so my work would not be in vain. But, and then you have these little cute little pads. Lots of them. And then lots more of these. Wow, lots of these. I don't think they use these. These must have been from both boxes. And wow. Okay, I have a lot. So fun though. I thought that was a great find. And there was no price on this. I feel like everything I pick up does not have a price, which could be really good or really, really bad. And at this place, you don't get an itemized receipt. You just get a total. So for tax purposes, it seems okay. My accountant has never brought that up as a problem, but yeah, I will never know how much I was charged for this. Okay, I got a couple of grab bags in the scrapbook section. And these were $1 a piece, so I figured that it was worth the try, worth the risk to see what was in here, and I could throw away or redonate anything that was not useful. Everything is staticky. All right, so we have little embossed days of the week labels, a ribbon, some die cuts, a vellum sticker. That looks like it's from Temu or something. Another, oh, is that a blender? Looks like a magic bullet 3D sticker. Project life cards with more routines on it. I'll put that over here. These are offcuts from a paper pad that I have. That's funny. Yeah, a Hobby Lobby paper pad. A little word bubble. This is cute. We have some 6x6 paper and somebody's made one of those little pocket envelopes. Look how cute. I mean, that can go right into my box of pockets that I can use in a journal. Here's another heart and another piece of cardstock. Awesome. Best friend. Let me move these out of the way. I'm going to try to organize as I go. Little tiny cards. Pocket treat. I guess this is yeah, this is the directions for how to make this. So maybe I'll keep these and make more. More strips. This, what does that say? Piece. Okay, piece, and they're like hard plastic cutouts. I almost feel like Shrinky Dinks or something. I don't know if they're sticky or not. They must be because they're on clear acetate. That's neat. Some more Project Life or something. Some more days. Somebody was getting ready for organizing their year. Ooh, I love this. This looks like the Dollar Tree paper, but I hope I was not out of frame that whole time. But glitter in it. Little teapot. This is great. I love it when I find die cuts because I have a scan and cut, but I don't have a I have a scan and cut, which is like a Cricut. I don't have a Sizzix. So making die cuts for me is finding the file, sometimes paying for the file, and then pulling it all out, cutting it, lifting it. It's just a lot of work. Ice skates, or hockey rather. Just little pieces of cardstock. I'll put those in my box here. Cardstock basket. More days of the week. Cute little create heart. Ribbons. Lots of ribbons. I saw this olive green rickrack in there and kind of was like, oh yay. More die cuts that are black. Camp Crop Scrapbooking Retreat with Friends. That must have been what this was from. Look at those. Fun. Okay, fibers, like a little fiber. Oops, there's little stickers everywhere. Little fiber sample, I guess. Typewriter key stickers that are clear. Those are neat. Another heart. This one got cut off. Ribbons. Ribbons. Oh, man, that looks 2000s, doesn't it? Thanks. Somebody probably pulled this off to use again. Twill. I don't know what that is. Paper. A little banana notepad. How cute. That's perfect for journals. Another stickers. Here's some frames. Oh yeah, this is a lot of die cuts and stuff in here. A wheelbarrow, a lantern. Grow. More fiber. Oh my goodness. I'll have to give this to my friend that I made a journal for. I'll have to give her one or two of these to put in the journal. How cool. I'm sure y'all know what paper kit this is from. But definitely is Alice in Wonderland paper kit. More fun cards. I love the colors on here. Ooh. I could cut this into 4. Fun. That's a really interesting color. I don't have anything that color. Ooh, look how cute is that? I love that. I don't know what this is, but it's cool. It'll go great in a journal. Sweet pea. Ooh, look at that red gingham. These are fun. This was well worth the $1. I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but I'm happy and pleased. You never know with grab bags. I love grab bags though. It's probably my favorite thing to buy. Has been since I was a little kid. I love surprises. Tons of stuff. Oh my goodness, look at all that. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my goodness. I am ecstatic. Nope. That's hilarious. Nope. I say that all the time. I hate to brag, but okay. So fun. One more grab bag, y'all. I am making such a big mess for myself. I wanted to have time to show y'all at the end the progress on the bedtime journals. We'll see. And I'm gonna have a mess behind me now because of this. All right, we have some die cut butterflies that are chipboard and looks like a embossed cardstock. We have some photo corners. Looks like from Big Lots. Really fun fibers. Look at this. Oh, we have some sticky rhinestones causing problems. Look at those. So fun for spring. Here's a little little christening set. I used to love these. I don't know if y'all used to just go and look at them. I love miniatures. I love dollhouse miniatures, and the fact that you could have things like this to go in a scrapbook when I was making my children's scrapbooks when they were little. I love that. Lots of chipboard M's. So I bet somebody had them organized by letter. And this is the first letter of my name, so I will be able to use this a lot. And my mom's name and my grandma's name. Little stickers left over from a camping set. Here's all the N's. J's. I love using these on top of like collage tags. Just kind of like hot gluing or E6000ing these chipboard letters on the top. It does bulk up the journal a little bit, but these are unfinished chipboard letters. So I'm sure you could do something fun with this, maybe decoupage it. I don't know. Y'all give me your ideas for unfinished chipboard letters. And these look like wood. Yes, they're wooden. Are they? Yes, they are. And the M is missing from this one, so. Okay. I bought 1 yard of white trim, and I really didn't need white trim, but I love this velveteen with the like puckered edge. I've always loved this kind of ribbon. I don't know what it's called. And this looks like the kind of ribbon that you would embroider or cross stitch on. It looks like something that would be a sash on a dress. I love it. Just very simple. I thought it'd make a beautiful tie closure for a journal. I found this piece, and if you find a loose piece, you can they'll just charge you $1/4 for it. It's a quilt block, and the colors are just so 70s. I have some of these fabrics in my stash, so it was kind of cool to find one already. And I thought maybe I could cut around it and use it to wrap around a journal. Maybe if I can finagle it a certain way. It would have to be a large journal, but I thought that would be so fun as just a topper that I could put onto a fabric cover. I found this little fat quarter, and it's not vintage, but it has vintage vibes. It is kind of cool. Tell me what y'all think of this. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. I kind of like it. I think it'd make a cool 70s something. And last two items, I got another trim card. I love gingham ribbon, and I always love satin ribbon. In fact, I've been using a lot of it in these bedtime journals because I was trying to create the look of the satin edged blankets on a bed. So I don't think I have this color. And then last but not least is this cute little partially used card of appliques, and I just love them. I love these delicate little flowers. All right, so tell me what your favorite item was. Tell me what you would have grabbed if you had seen it in the store. Also tell me if you would have any interest in one of the two fabrics that I showed if I were to put some in my shop, and also the consonant cards. But I was thinking about sharing the flower tuft fabric and the butterfly 70s fabric. So let me know. All right, let me show you real quick a quick preview of the bedtime journals. There are 3 of them, and they are pretty much decorated now. Now I'm working on the ephemera to go inside, and then I'm going to figure out a closure at the end. I'm going to wait and see how big they are and how full they are before I determine what type of closure I put on them. This is the smallest one. It is a Telltale, Prayers for Boys and Girls. I have not, the other 2 have Recraft here, but I haven't added any on here yet. I may not. I just don't want to make it too busy. I feel like this one doesn't really need it as much as the other 2 did. So I left the back as it is, and I'm not going to do a flip through, but so many lovely pastel colors in this one. The next one I show you will have a little bit more bold colors, and the last one is very bold colors, or I guess primary colors, because of the type of book it is. And I feel like the last one is the one that feels sort of 80s. So if you grew up in the 80s, or if you had children that you were putting to bed at night in the 80s, you'll probably love that one. But yeah, this is just a sweet little simple book. I'm trying to make these a little bit more simple, less full, less embellished, not only to keep the price point just a little lower, but also I had a lot of stuff for bedtime, but I didn't have a ton, so I had to really stretch it to get it across 3 journals. I also didn't want them to be too much of a gator mouth, so I didn't put as many pages as I normally do, and I think that just it makes for easier writing. Like they lay almost flat. So I think these will be truly useful for writing because it's just easier to maneuver when they're not full of a lot of pages. So there's that one. The second one is a very old Bobbsey Twins book, and I mean like maybe 1946, I think it was. Let's see, none of them have the whole story. The pages were either, this one had been well loved, let's just put it that way. I will be using some pages from each of these books, but this one was not technically a bedtime book. As you can see, he looks like he's getting into bed, but he's actually getting out because this morning is his birthday morning, and the whole book is about what he does on his birthday. So none of the pictures really went with the theme. This one had prayers for every day, and there were a couple of them with children praying before bed at night, but most of them were prayers about school or about praying for other people in other countries and things like that. So there might have been a prayer image on one side, but the other side was really cute, but not bedtime themed, so I couldn't use it. So I will be using some of the images in ephemera, but not full pages. Same with this one, and same with the last one I'll show you. So this is Bobbsey Twins, and I did a yellow gingham with some blue rickrack, vintage rickrack. The back is as it is. This book had been taped so much, as you can see, it was literally held together with Scotch tape. And there's a piece here. I tried to take off some of it, but it started damaging the book, so I decided to leave it. And I'm also going to leave the corners as they are, because honestly, I just think I think it's sweet that way when a book literally looks like you saved it from the trash pile, and it's been well loved and maintained through the years. So this one is very bright. Like I said, it's brighter than this one, which is more pastel, but it's not bold. So you'll see as I flip through them when they're done. And the last one is the one that's more primary colored. Unfortunately, the G did get covered up. My husband makes fun of it. He calls it Good Night Moon. But sometimes with junk journals, we can't do anything about that. So to sort of bring in the yellow, though, I did bring in this yellow rickrack, and then I have this sweet Cranston Calico Rosebud. The back is original. And this one has a lot of bold blues, yellows, reds, and greens throughout. Some of the story pages are in here, but not the entire story. And this is some wallpaper border from the 80s that I turned into a large pocket. So just a little preview of what's coming. So be looking for that. I will do the flip throughs on these. As I did last time, I will allow you to reserve one if you see one right now that you would like. I don't have a price yet. They will not be more expensive than the ones I've sold recently. They will probably be a little bit less, if that helps at all for you to get an idea. But you are more than welcome to email me if you would like to reserve one. I hope to finish these in the next week. However, I am back to work. Not full-time, I'm part-time, but back to work full capacity part-time starting tomorrow, because we have our mid-year reports that we have to read through. So I think my journaling will be hit or miss, at least for the next month. I hope things will slow down again in February. We'll see. But I will do the best I can to get these done, because, it was the holidays. I didn't want to slave over journals as much as I love working on them. I did get to a point where I had become in a creative slump. I think I was just so relaxed and just wanted to unplug from everything over the holidays that when I tried to sit down and do it, I would just find myself sitting and staring at them. Sort of paralysis. I don't know. I know we all go through bouts like that, but I plan to work on these really hard today and see how much I get done, and then maybe in the next week I will have an update for you. So thanks for watching. This was a long video. I appreciate you guys watching as always. I hope you have a wonderful start to your week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.